Hello YouTube, and this is Helsing. I am recording today, and let me turn down the volume a bit for you guys. I'm recording this game as a kind of an attempt to review this game. I've played some of it. This is a low-level character here. Yes, I know, 32, low-level. The way this game works is it's supposed to be a continuation of the first Helsing game. And because of that, if you set it a certain way, your character either starts at level 30 or you can pull over your character who is at level 30 on the previous game. So let's go into the mechanics of that a little bit. That is both advantageous and disadvantageous. If you start a new game as at level 1, you got to realize, okay, I'm not going to have access to half of the abilities until New Game Plus. Vice versa, if you're bringing over a character from the previous game, you could say, oh, I feel overpowered now, and I'm just kind of stacking stupid powers on top of overpowered. Well, that's a little bit questionable. This is actually somewhat of a copy of my previous character that I carried over before. I tried to remake him in the editor at the beginning as much as I could. When you start this game, you have the option of also clicking a pre-made character or putting in the stats yourself. I put in the stats myself and set up this character, very similar to what I probably would have had at the start, but it's actually a little bit weaker, I found. I used to have another character on my main save that was labeled Alucard as well, because I just liked Helsing Abridged a little bit too much. But that original character was on my previous rig, and unfortunately I lost all of my game saves that were on that previous rig when I transferred over to this one, so unfortunately I have to start all over in this game, and I want to eventually take this character to a later point where I am doing the third game. So we're going to start Veteran again, and I'm not going to do custom because that's going to take a little bit longer, but I have not done... What's Adeptus do? Interesting. So basically it's the option on immediate hits and control versus raw DOT to areas. Well, I've never played a Thou Mage in this game, honestly, and it's something I've been kind of meaning to do. And I figure, well, I'm looking stupid to reviewing this, might as well try it. I've played as both styles of these. The Summoner contrapting this is really fun. It almost feels... I don't know, he feels almost overpowered in this version. In the first game, it took so long to get a lot of your contraptions that you didn't have that overpowered feeling. But he definitely is overpowered in this one. Bombardier, it's pretty simple. You drop bombs on things. He's actually kind of weak in this one. Well, that style of engineer is kind of weak in this one. Hunter, Blade, I've heard, has gotten stronger. The Gunslinger I've been playing as has been a noticeable challenge. It's been a lot harder to play as him. In this one, I think it's somewhat to balance the fact that you could kill pretty much everything in 2 shots or 3 shots in the previous game. He's definitely scaled down here. So we're going to go a Spell Keep just because damage over time sounds nice, and we're not really going hard right now, considering we'll be going through the start of the mission. We'll just run it on normal. Well, he's looking kind of evil. I don't know. I'll just call him Bad Juju. Bad Juju. Why not? So we'll go into the story here, and because I don't want to spoil any of you guys, ignore looking at that. Actually, that won't even be referenced to you if you're trying to pay attention to the story. But I'll be trying to skip through the story as much as I can just to show you a little bit more raw gameplay more than anything else. But I digress. The mechanics of this game are as such. If I get through this intro part without letting you see shit. you have, it's a very Diablo-esque style game. You use click on the mouse to move around, yada yada yada, and then you have spells, which in this case are assigned to number keys. Even though I really don't like this bar because 3's here, 4's all the way over here. I do have good. Ooh, kind of like this build a little bit. What is she even specialized in? Okay, she's definitely a melee specialized. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's just go ahead and open the door. Head down here, and we'll give some of these spells a try. As I said, I have not had... Oh god. Oh, that's invulnerability, isn't it? Whoops. Okay, that's kind of cool. I can't tell. I don't seem to be using an excessive amount of mana here, which I thought I would. Let's see what Spool of Energy does. There's something. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, I really kind of like this character. It's... Oh, story. Ignore the story. Don't look at it. It burns.
I'm sure he'll return.
But yeah, as I said, I haven't played with the Thou Mage much, and he looks... It seems like he's pretty strong, at least from my first impressions here. I will say, the gameplay of this game can get somewhat repetitive. There, go away. Let's fix that. Oh, that's interesting. It follows me slowly. That's kind of a neat mechanic. So there's a lot of loot in this game. I mean, a lot of loot. Almost to an absurd degree. And it's definitely a situation of, can I get shinier? Or is this going to be it? Or sometimes a lot of different things. And I really should get better at figuring out these spells to combo them. Because it seems like I keep missing a lot of stuff. Oh, another thing. This yellow bar in the middle is called your rage. You can use it to enhance your other thing. So if I use rage, one tick that enhances 30%, so 3 ticks would enhance 90%. Or in this case, 90%. All these are damage boost ones, aren't they? Yeah. Basically, gives you other boosts, some of them not as just direct as, hey, you get damage now. Scrolls are just kind of a pickup thing you get a lot.
That's the other side of the stranger's portal. At least we know he wasn't trying to
That was
trap us
3,
in.
electrical discharge. Interesting. I still need to, as I said, I still need to get a lot better at judging. And for simplicity's sake, we'll take on something that's actually quite useful if you're lazy. Auto-equip better items and auto power up and drink potions. Woo. This is also kind of interesting. Well, we don't want to cloud up the screen. So the basis of the game is you are going around and trying to kill the monsters and inventions of evil madmen. Specifically of a man named Fulmagardi. But, spoiler alert, you deal with that in the first game. This one, you're not necessarily dealing with Fulmagardi anymore, but the continuation of the game where you're fighting the new evil head honcho dude. Now, I haven't started into the third one yet, unfortunately. So I can't really give you any oversight on how the story continues that way. But the story in this game, I'm going to say, is not the center of what you're doing. What you care more about is your progress and being able to upgrade things like your secret lair and abilities, which, as I've shown and stated, the abilities are really what make this game. And also, I would never use that spell anymore. That is the weak generic starter spell that you really drop is the Thalmage because it just becomes impractical to continue using. Yeah. I mean, look at this. It's almost crazy what you can do with this damage. Oh, and I'm also not using the right keys. Dope. Oh, I can charge that. That is neat to know. So let's just go around and keep casting spells. I mean, this character works because you can kind of drop your spell in a run. Especially this one, considering it follows after you. Which I should probably use more consistently than I have been.
Knowing the resistance, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
I'm getting hurt now. Let's, oh. Ooh, a staff. That's actually something I did want to look into. Staves are something that's been newly added to this game versus the previous one. Interesting. It looks like it's just another casting mechanic, almost. And I died already, didn't I?
I've never seen anything like that. I can't do that.
I really should get a little bit better about judging spells in this, but I'm getting better at it. I definitely don't like one thing. That electric orb, what I currently have set to the 3 key, makes a quite dreadful noise. Is there a mana key? W. That'd be. I should have looked at that earlier. I mean, it's definitely interesting mechanic playing a character like this, where I can just drop bombs and then drop AoE, and then just kind of success. Yay, rewards. Let's teleport back over here. And look at the stir. Actually, wait, I forgot. This is all set to auto-optimize, so there's no point in looking at it.
Dust. I wouldn't worry for him. I haven't seen. I'm a hunter.
You can actually do a lot of side missions here. I just skipped all of them because I'd rather do the battling and let you see more of the combat system. For whatever reason, it seems to lock at 30 FPS for a lot of the cutscene things. And I just messed up badly. So I'm actually not used to having to deal with the potion mechanics in this game, because as I said, most of the time I was using other mechanics, such as lifesteal, to deal with a lot of this. Actually, that is a curious one. I might want to stop and see what this character's default auras are, because those can really save you a lot of time in this game if you set them up right. Woo! T. At the end of them? I wish I could zoom out further on this map. I hear some shooting somewhere. Oh hey. You just elected to die! There's something going on over this way. Let's just run at the enemies and see what happens. I'm wasting a lot of money here, aren't I? I'm doing it. I don't know where the last enemies are or what's keeping me from passing this right now, actually. So last time I just had to kill some things. And it was good. Yeah. Also, the enemies that I'm supposed to be defending against should appear in a red outline, which I'm kinda not seeing here. Don't know if it's just me. Maybe. I guess I can go see all of the shiny circles. Nothing I can do at them. I'm thinking I must have broke something. I really am. This is actually really uncommon because a lot of this game is really robust to breaking. Unless maybe there's a wave down further this way, I'm not, or force down further this way, I'm just not seeing. Well, there's enemies this way, at least.
I don't have any healing potions.
Curious. Let's go back and look at this place. Am I a success?
Inspirational speech again.
I'm not even 32 yet. I don't know, I'm not seeing any more enemies, which is kinda disconcerting. I think I honestly did somehow manage to break. Yeah, I mean, this is a great review so far. We broke the game, so I can't actually show you gameplay mechanics or leveling because I haven't managed to level yet. Woo. Well, I guess I hate to say it, but I'm just gonna have to show you the various different tabs in this inventory. So it looks like it actually did give me a level at some point, and I'm just being really dumb. These are your various different stats. They bonus you in different things. Really kind of need willpower and body for this character. Dexterity and luck don't have anything really to do with what I scale off of. We go over here. Here are your generic Thou Mage spells. Now, when you start the game, you have two open: Ice Shards and Energy Bolt, and these are the most generic spells you can really get. But, as you've seen, we're using fancier things. Oh, I can actually draw lines with that? That is good to know. Looks like that's what we swapped in as our main after this spell. That's definitely valued for what I'm doing here. This looks cool, but I don't have it equipped. I'm guessing it was just trying to give me electrical discharge for some reason. Which I really don't like the fact that I don't have ice. But this game has a lot of skills that you can go into up here. Each of these skills can be upgraded in a wide variety of ways. Ooh. Rolling Thunder. It looks like a lot of them are just elemental swaps of things that I'm doing right now. Like Magma Blast is looking like an alternate of the Lightning Blast, Thunderbolt that I'm doing. And that actually looks unique and kind of cool. Drop down Hell of Fire. But look, a lot of it, what this character is based off of, it looks like is defense combined with a lot of on-hit damage dealing. So, okay, that's not bad. Okay, that's why he's focusing lightning. That makes sense now. I'm never going to use that. I would much rather have this equipped. And I almost kind of want to get rid of that. I do like how there's just a lot of... That's interesting. Yeah, a lot of these... I'd really much rather have this mana steal for certain, versus being able to heal my companion, which I believe she even has the perk that gives her an explosive ability when she gets hit. I might as well increase that. I like the flat damage reduction that it's giving me there. I kind of wish I had... Yeah, I'd actually rather have that. Damage reduction against all types. But whatever. I still don't get why we're not getting... Oh hey, more enemies to slaughter. I mean, I guess my only option is to just go over here where then a lot of these enemies are spawning and kill things. No, you do not need healing potions. You are a living bomb when you do not have them. I mean, it almost seems a little bit cheap for this character with what I can do. Especially granted how much damage a lot of my abilities do, even without me having to necessarily target them on things. I don't know. This probably gets balanced out later. I think it's so weird that all of my upgrades that are really added in this game are just kind of alternates of what I already had. Oh hey, it's the enemy that we were looking for that was keeping us from passing. It just got glitched into the wall somehow. Just
It's you.
Some healing potions would be nice.
I'm just gonna kind of run, heal. So yeah, that's actually the first time I've had this game noticeably mess up on me. Oh hey.
Prisoner 7 is here to help. He used to be Fulmigati's victim after all.
Okay, I leveled up.
If he lived under the opera house and played the organ, you'd be the first to hunt him down.
Get some health in here.
Harsh words from an incorporeal being who turns into a raging beast when she's angry.
Fine. You had to play the ghost card again.
Yay. I actually have an extra random point. Can I buff anything that I'm actually using? Oh, yes. Alright, so these are perks. They're based on reputation, which is a kind of arbitrary system. But we're gonna get resistive just because it's resistance to everything. So, one thing I did want to look at before I completely write off this is I want to try the staff. I don't know, I think these just act the same pretty much, but look a bit different, I'm guessing. Probably someone complained, I want staves! But I digress. It's a pretty fun game. It definitely gives you back that Diabloesque style. It's not necessarily open gameplay though, so it's not like you can easily match with other people. A lot of the matching is just almost random, it seems like. And I mean, most of the time you don't even really feel the need to match, and the story doesn't even accompany the idea of having multiple people at once either. So, also that is one other thing. There's not a lot of really good side dungeons or dungeons in general. It's mostly just mission after mission after mission, which is a little bit, again, another thing where it's almost nitpicking a bit because that's what they were going for, but I don't know. Overall, I'd say it's, if I had to give it a percentile, 80%. I mean, I can't say it's like a high 90% game like Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, and heck, I'd even say the original Diablos, but it's definitely a good game. So, this has been Toasty Gaming, and stay toasty. I'm really sorry that we couldn't continue a little bit further into the gameplay while I was trying to review this, but as you saw, we kind of got a little bit unlucky with just that one guy bugging out into the barrels. And as I said, I've ran this before. I've even just created a new character and ran this, as you saw from the saves. So it's not like I have had this issue before. It's kind of a freak thing. I don't know how common it is. You might want to look it up. If you're worried about glitches, yes, characters do sometimes get a little bit movement glitch in certain situations. It just happens. It happens in every game almost. There's no real way to go around it. So, it's been Toasty Magnus, and stay toasty.